everyone, and welcome to this time lapse. This is the first time I pasteled some limes. So I'm working on pastel matte paper in the maize color, and it's 17 centimeters squared. So this is not, you can see I'm starting off, and this is not how the finished piece is going to look. I actually changed it all around. You can actually see my reference photograph is very different to what the finished painting looks like. I really loved this reference. I loved that vintage style tablecloth, but I just felt like it would take too much time because I sell this work for a very specific amount in a gallery, and it would just take me too much time. So I needed something simpler. So that's why I went with like a turquoise sort of background. But then after I'd done that, I thought, you know what? I don't like that turquoise background. I want something a bit more traditional. So that's why I ended up with the brownie background. So I made this reference photograph using an AI, so it's not really a photograph, reference image, there we go, using AI Mid-Journey bot, and played around with it. Also, I'm just copying the lime you can see on the right. I changed the cut lime to face the left rather than the right as well. I just thought it looked better. It would be fun actually looking at the reference image if I did just keep it as it was, but I don't know what I was thinking. I just thought, no, I wanted it to face the left. So as you can see, I've changed my lime to face left, using a mixture of pastel sticks as well as pastel pencils. Now, getting the greens on the lime, that was so much fun. I just loved pulling out all my greens and trying to get those really zingy greens, mostly from Unison and Sennelier. So I should just mention that I absolutely love pastel matte for this very reason. You can see I've got quite a bit of pigment on the background, and here I am changing it to look a lot more traditional. And it goes over like a dream. And I had quite a lot of that turquoise color on there. So you definitely are able to make changes on the pastel matte, and quite dramatic changes at that, because I also made the limes smaller. I felt like they were too big in the composition. There was just not enough space around them. So I also actually made the limes smaller. And you could never tell the finished painting, all these changes I made. Everything was quite seamless. And I love pastel matte for that. Especially me, because I do make quite a few mistakes as I go on. So anyway, you can see here's another reference, and this is what I'm using to put in that half-cut lime facing the left-hand side. Lightening a little bit of the background in, just showing the pastel matte paper to my Patreons over on Patreon, where if you're interested, you can see this in real time. It took me about 2 hours to complete, which is kind of what I give myself for this size painting that goes off to the gallery. Anything from an hour to 2 hours is where I'm happy. So the surface that the limes are sitting on, I do love the tablecloth look, but again, I just felt like it's going to take too much time for me to do that. Like I said, I sell these for a very particular price. They're only £90 for, it's 20 centimeters squared after it's been framed. And I can't afford to be spending hours and hours, on a piece of art that I'm selling for £90. So I just put in like a concrete table kind of look. And again, I put in some of those turquoises. I used grey greens and turquoise. And I also put in the ledge just to make the surface a little bit more interesting, rather than just putting it on a wooden table, because wooden tables take quick as well. Something fabricy depends, can also be quite quick. But like I said, I really do like the tablecloth look, but I think, it just would have taken me too long. So you can see I'm using quite a lot of pastel pencils, and lots of these greens are popping from, because it's Sennelier. I mean, if you want bright saturated color, high chroma, Sennelier is usually the brand I go to. So got to be a little bit careful when it comes to doing the inside of like citrus fruit. You don't want it to look too liney. if you know what I mean, because that just looks quite unnatural. So really very conscious that I've got broken lines in there, and that it doesn't kind of look like illustration, where it's got hard lines everywhere to represent the segments. Don't want that look. No, no, no. And then I'm just adding in a leaf because I felt like it definitely needed something. And it's perfect when you've got these little fruit and veg, just to put in a little leaf either on the table or attached to the fruit or the vegetable. Just adds like a nice finishing touch. So I just added in the leaf there. But this is just a short one. If you've enjoyed this, you can check it out in real time over on my Patreon, as I said. But I will leave you here for the next few seconds, and I shall see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.